Yes, it's me, it's M.I.B. Craig, aka Mr. Impact, the love for the TNA channel, and welcome to the latest episode of this new show on what will be its normal air date. This is where I keep you up to date on the world of Impact Wrestling and what nonsense we have for you here. So, without any further ado, let's run through the state of Impact. Starting with Sacrifice. 2 days removed from a show that blew the forbidden door wide open. New Japan Pro Wrestling's Finjuice became the Impact Wrestling World Tag Team Champions. And Rich Swann became the undisputed Impact World Champion by defeating Mr. Impact Wrestling Moose to become the TNA World Champion. 6-on-6 knockouts action was announced for this week's Impact. Will this set up a number one contender for the titles should one of the champions be pinned? Who knows? Before we move on to what we have, before moving on, let's take another look at what the sheets are saying. According to WrestleZone and other multiple sources, Tony Khan does not want to see any of AEW's talent losing to any of the guys and girls signed to Impact. I'd say that's highly believable and possibly gives away the ending of the Rebellion main event. I'm also seeing multiple sources claiming reinforcements are coming to the Knockouts division. Long overdue? A lot of people seem to think. So, that's what we have going. That's what's going on in the world of Impact Wrestling. But before we move on, and before we get to the nonsense, let's take a small look at a clip of episode 35 of the podcast. The full link will be in the description box.
Juice is beating the Good Brothers?
I second that.
What?
Yeah. I agree.
Are you three high?
Exposure, dude. Exposure. You bring titles onto New Japan Strong, and they can. You're not only having it on Impact, you're also having it on NJPW Strong. The show taped in the States.
I just can't see it. Like, the Good Brothers being teamed with Kenny Omega as champions is such a huge thing, because right now, and Jeff and I have talked about it, the Good Brothers aren't Impact. They're teamed with Kenny. That's what they are. They're technically Bullet Club until the real Bullet Club shows up and beats their ass. And what a better way than the real Bullet Club to show up in Pillars of Destiny than to show up and challenge for that title. And they're not going to do it because to mop the floor with Finjuice. Yeah, they will do it to mop the floor with Anderson and Gallows because they're claiming to be Bullet Club when they're really not.
The one thing I will say with that more than not, because you guys freaking got me here. Wonder if Finjuice loses, and then the Good Brothers say, "New Japan, you could send whoever you want at us. Ain't gonna happen." And Gorillas of Destiny come out. So it could happen today. It could happen at the tapings. But I think that happens.
You got Kenny Omega, the middle-aged Bucks. I mean, yeah, the Good Brothers are winning with the greatest tag team finisher in wrestling right now, the Magic Kill. Even though Jeff hates it. Next.
I'm saying.
So, what nonsense do we have for you? Well, every Monday, the audio from the Saturday show will be available on Sounder. Coming very soon, the Hard Tame Game Show will be back with a special appearance from a certain Good Brother. This old wrestling shit will be winging its way to you very soon, with Jeff taking a look at some awesome classic TNA merch. And of course, every Saturday from 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is half past midnight for my UK peeps. The nonsense will be televised. Kind of. Live on Twitch, 7:30 p.m. EST. Live on Twitch. And with that, you are all caught up on the nonsense. Everything mentioned here can be found in the description box below. And you can also find Impact United, where a bunch of Impact fans perform a rendition of Rosemary Now Decay's entrance theme. A fun little thing we did to get Impact fans involved, made it even better. It's very interesting. You should definitely go take a look at that. As well as Talking Bound for Glory. A group of Impact fans and fellow content creators spoke about everything Impact BFG related. And to say we were wrong about our predictions would be a slight understatement. But hey, it was a fun time. Just go check that out. The description will be in the link. Will be in the description box, not the description. The link. It's been a long few days, and that. Thank you for watching. You can find us here. You can find us there. You can find us down near everywhere, from Facebook to Twitter, from YouTube to Sounder, at TNAIW channel on Twitter. I've been Mr. Impact Blog, and I'll see you down the road for another State of Impact.